travel has always been one of the most important things in our lives as a family. I have two boys. They're grown up now, but even when they were younger, the we as a family loved to travel, experience things together because it just brings the family together, and you can you can figure out what's going on in their brains and how they look at different things in this world. Um, but as we grew older, as the boys grew older, and I became an empty nester, actually these days they call it bird launcher. So I'm going to call myself a bird launcher. So my two birds have been launched in this world. They are My boys are 24 and 22, and they both work. Um, it's it's interesting that as they started building their own lives and doing their own things, the time that when they came back home was more for their friends, for their high school buddies and all of that. And sometimes the quality time with just the parents became less. So I guess early on, as my kids started going to college, I made a rule that no matter what, once during summer and once during winter, fall holidays, we will travel together. And what I learned is that travel together means just the four of us, where other families or other friends are not traveling with us. Because usually when the kids are younger, it becomes a thing that few families travel together because that's the best thing for the kids. They have company and they're enjoying themselves. But as they were growing up, it was more important for me to have a connection with them. And I thought that one-on-one connection as humans whom they are becoming, what they are going to be as grown-up men, is so important for me, and to exchange those ideas with them on. So individual, I won't call it individual, actually family travel, just the four of us, my husband, myself, and both our boys, was very important. And the result was I thought that was one of the best things. What they were, you have to, you have to have breakfast together, dinner together, lunch together. There's no choice. You're eating together. You're doing activities together. So there's a lot of exchange of thoughts happening during that time. And I thought I'm getting a very beautiful insight into their minds as as we are traveling together and getting to know the world and their thoughts on different ideas. So it became a beautiful idea, and I just would like to share that because a lot of the parents can incorporate that as kids become very independent and start living their own lives and want to spend their own time with their own friends. They have their travels planned already through the year with their friends and with their work situations. So I guess this became one of the important things in our life, and we've been doing it for almost 4 years now. And what I have learned personally, and then I feel it kind of, you read different things, and that's what it kind of reiterates the fact that it just opens your mind. It just makes you a different human, where you are understanding a bigger picture, a bigger aspect of life, and not just doing your everyday chores. Um, a little advice on this. I know we all go travel and then we are so gung ho on, okay, go from, you have to hit this place, you have to hit this place, this place. Those are important too. But doing that, sometimes you miss on the place, the culture. You're just hitting the main highlights, and you're forgetting. Let's say you go to Italy, or let's say you go to, even here in Utah, or in the States, to Utah or New Orleans. You you have to sit and see what's happening around you to actually figure it out. And it opens, like I said, it's just been phenomenal for me to learn and to grow as a human and to become a wiser person, understand emotions, understand feelings, how people operate in this world, and why we all sometimes get caught up in this, our small little space, and don't think about what's actually happening in a bigger space. So that's been, just widening your sphere and learning more. I'm an Indian, and Punjabi Sikh Indian, and just going back to India, like we all travel to meet our family, and sometimes we forget to find few days to travel to another state in India, and just see what's actually happening, and what's going on, the way the culture is changing, and what's the new way of doing things.